Well, good morning, everyone. Mayor Steve Wilder here from the city of North Canton, Ohio. Today is Wednesday, March the 24th, 2021. A lot has been going on in and around our world and in our nation and here in our city. But first of all, again, our thoughts and prayers are going out to the victims of the Denver mass shooting, and from also for the officer who did a solo entry to go in and try to stop that shooter. That's courage and bravery beyond the call of duty. So our condolences for him and his family, and thank him for what he did in trying to protect those who were able to survive that mass shooting. As we're winding down, this is Women's History. Good morning, everyone. Mayor Steve Wilder here from the city of North Canton. Sorry for that little technical difficulty. Here we are. It's Wednesday, March the 24th, 2021, and a lot has been going on in our world and in our nation, and unfortunately in Denver, Colorado. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of the mass shooting there, and especially from my law enforcement background, for the officer who made a solo entry to go in and try to save the lives of so many, and unfortunately lost his life in the line of duty. So again, thoughts and prayers go out to all of law enforcement, especially for the family of the fallen officer who courageously and boldly went in trying to stop that shooter and save the lives as many as he did. So as we continue on in March, Women's History Month began on Monday, March the 1st, 2021, and ends on March the 31st. And just an item to note in women's history, I located one woman that was a very important woman. She was born in 1912. Her name was Dorothy Height. She was an American civil rights and women's rights activist in the National Council of Negro Women. She was born in Richmond, Virginia, and she died in 2010. So again, thank you to her and for her contributions to American history, culture, and society. You know, as we embrace culture and diversity and heritage in our own community, North Canton community, it's been brought to my attention by part of our Hindu American community. And on March the 25th, 2021, Hindu Americans will gather to commemorate the tragic events that occurred during the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. I share with you a few facts of information or items of information. For our Hindu American constituents, I would like to request that we remember to recognize the 1971 Bengali Hindu genocide and contributions of the Bengali Hindu American citizens to our community. So on March the 25th, 2021, Thursday, Hindu Americans will gather to commemorate the tragic events that occurred during the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War, where according to U.S. archives, approximately 2 to 3 million people were killed, over 200,000 women raped, and over 10 million were displaced, and which many would eventually find refuge here in the United States. And again, for our community of Hindu Americans, you continue to provide vibrant and diverse social fabric to our city and our residents, and we support you in that. And we are thankful that you've located North Canton to be your home for residents. And just for us to keep in mind that unfortunately facts and things like this may not always be in our history books or come to our attention, but I do appreciate our Hindu American community for bringing that to my attention and allowing me to just make a few comments about this unfortunate occurrence in your culture and in your lifetime. In switching gears, I'd like to give you an update on the Stark County Health Department. Let's see, on our Tuesday meeting in Stark County, over 31,000 doses have been administered. And now it is open to 50 and under, and other people with, as the governor has stated, or the CDC or the State Department of Health, with health conditions or in phase 1A. So the Stark County Health Department is still working with those that are 70 and older, and they have clinics scheduled. So starting actually yesterday, Tuesday, they're giving 1,000 doses out a day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And those vaccinations will be occurring all week long. And that's at their Whippledale Center right there at Whipple and Hills and Dales. So they hope they distribute over 5,000 doses or vaccinations by the end of this week. They are experiencing and you may have seen it in the Canton repository, there is a variant right now. It's called B1-1 that may cause some uptick or upbeat in maybe hospitalizations. That's still for discussion. I just thought I'd bring that to your attention, that you're aware of that. And let's see. From the Altman Health Group, they only have right now, as of Tuesday, had 7 patients, and they had 2 people in ICU and 1 on a ventilator that were suffering from COVID. They only had 2 employees furloughed or out right now. They still have this week 1,840 vaccine available this week, and they've given out over 20,000 doses since December the 15th, 2020. And they're issuing all 3 types of vaccinations for us. Mercy Health Clinic, or Cleveland Clinic, they only had 9 patients as of Tuesday, and 2 within the last 24 hours, and that was at Tuesday to Wednesday. And they only had 3 employees out, and they're also issuing a J&J allotment is being issued. So just a quick update on from our vaccinations. As you may have heard today, the citywide tornado drill was went out at 9:50 a.m. and this was, I believe, really throughout the state of Ohio. So our sirens are working. So just want to share that with you, folks. It's getting nice outside, and I've had a few calls about burn permits. Really, you can generate those calls to our North Canton Permit Department. They're the people who will issue your burn permit, and once they get your information and your $10 annual fee, the fire department will conduct an inspection on the premises within 10 calendar days between the hours of 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. And the resident does not have to be present for the inspection if they have had a permit in the prior year. And upon approval of the inspection, a permit will be issued for the calendar year. If the inspector finds deficiencies, they will be noted, and the resident's responsibility to call the fire department at 330-499-3403, and that's extension 1207. Again, 330-499-4303, extension 1203 or 07. And once the corrective actions are made, they'll schedule another appointment and have your permit approved. So there again, just want to share that with you. And those inspections are ongoing right now. There is one exception, excuse me, or 2. Fires in an approved container that are not less than 15 feet from a structure. So in other words, if those round ones that you might find at Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards or Walmart, those can, could be an exception, but you really should have the fire department check those. Again, our permit department can be contacted for the burn permits, but also for all our other building needs. Again, for any assistance, you can call the permit department at 330-499-5557, or you can go online to permits@northcantonohio.gov. And again, we continue to be doing remote inspections, virtual inspections. We can do electronic plan reviews, contract registrations, and also can accept payments for any of the improvements that are licensing that you need. You're going to notice in the next few weeks, it has started already, that hydrant flow testing is occurring. The City of North Canton Fire Department will be conducting fire hydrant flow testing in different parts of the city. and they'll probably do that anywhere between 7:30 a.m. To throughout the day. And the testing is expected to conclude probably within a half an hour of those tests. So I just want to make our residents and businesses aware, and for you, and I urge you to check your water for discoloration and before laundering. And we try to give you those locations when those hydrant flowing tests are occurring. And again, if there is discoloration that lasts for several hours, you can always call our drinking water plant at 330-499-8223 and just hit option number 8. That's 330-499-8223, and that's an option 8. Just to refresh your memory again on our municipal income tax preparation, due to ongoing health concerns related to COVID, the 19 pandemic, the city and our partner organization, Regional Income Tax Authority, will not be conducting in-person municipal income tax preparation assistance for this year, as we have done the previous year. So our taxpayers who need assistance with their municipal income tax return can go to www.ritaohio.com or call 1-800-860-7482 for help with questions, inquiries, or concerns. Again, 800-860-7482. Thank you. Also, as we're out there working in our yards and digging and doing improvements, just want to remind you that if you call this number 811 2 business days before digging, state law requires you to do this, and that's especially for safety and careful hand digging that is required within 18 inches of any line marking. Natural gas lines are typically installed about 36 inches in depth, but this depth can vary over time as much shallower or deeper depths as land improvements are made. So installing a mailbox or putting in a fence, building a deck, or planting a tree are all examples of digging projects that require a call to 811 before starting. It's a simple safety measure, folks. They'll come out within a couple of days and mark your and check for any lines in and around your yard, especially for your gas lighting and fencing and your telephone wires, things like that, your phone wires. That's for those who still have a landline, okay? Hey, had a wonderful time at Arrowhead Golf and Event Center last Saturday. Their home and garden show was there. They had about 25 or 30 vendors. Thank you for everyone who came out and patronized that event. They came out and saw the new renovations at the event center there at Arrowhead. The grill is open, good lunches, reasonably priced, and of course golf was going with these last few days of being nice. The golfers are out. Again, our clubhouse grill is open 7 days a week now, and the pool memberships are available, and also the golf memberships are available. Just contact Lori at Lori at arrowhead.com for your pool memberships, and contact Brandon it's ncarrowhead.com, folks. I'm sorry, ncarrowhead.com, and that's for Brandon or Lori. Just want to remind you too that starting on Sunday, April the 24th, they're taking reservations for an Easter buffet, and it's going to be $19.95 for adults ages 12 and up, and $9.95 for kids under 11. And that's going to be at the Arrowhead Golf Event Center, Easter buffet. Simply call 330-433-1880 or contact Lori again at ncarrowhead.com for your reservation. Should be a nice event, and it's a great kickoff. Again, the grill is open 7 days a week in season for breakfast, lunch, and appetizers, and they have weekly specials available too. So, and they're booking already for events. So if you have a bridal event or a shower or a meeting, please patronize Arrowhead Golf and Event Center for that. Also on Sunday the 18th, from 12 to 3 p.m., they have an intimate bridal show. So you'll want to give that call again to Deanna at northcantonarrowhead.com at 330-433-1880 and ask for Deanna to make your reservation there. Here we are, it's Wednesday for our weekly welcome again to our North Canton Farmers Market. Today, Wednesday, from 3 to 6 p.m. So come on out and visit our farmers market. I think some things are really starting to bust loose now that the season has changed to become a little warmer. And in support of our North Canton area JCs, please, they're still accepting donations for snacks and drinks and toothpaste, stuffed animals, preemie clothes, baby books, and word searches and puzzles. And those can be dropped off at the North Canton Public Library, Wayne Savings Bank, or the North Canton Area Chamber of Commerce. And what they're doing is collecting supplies for the neonatal intensive care unit here at our local hospitals. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's it's called the Houston Liftoff. If you want to look that up on your websites, you can do that. Let's give a shout out to our virtual run, our Viking Virtual Run. That's the run, 5K and fun run. If you want to go to vikingvictoryrun@gmail.com, or you can simply sign up and just check online and sign up for that virtual run because, again, with the COVID restrictions, it's just safer to have the virtual run this year. And I'm hopeful we'll be able to have it going live in 2022. So help out with our Viking Victory Run. Some of you may have, I've had a few phone calls that come in about some movement of the equipment up by the Diebold Nixdorf building up off of Orchard. They're in the preparation for the expansion that they are planning to put in up there. So you're going to see some machinery up there. They're just preparing some of the property for their expansion plant at the Orchard plant for Diebold Nixdorf. We have a lot going on. We have some new businesses moving in town. Hopefully Tremont Coffee will be up and running pretty soon. We're going to welcome All American Gutter moving in up off North Main. 1320 Cafe is coming back, folks, April the 1st. I'll have more to talk about that next Wednesday, but that's very encouraging for them. And we have a new heating and cooling company moving in at the Shaw Electric building. And we also have Hill Jiu-Jitsu Academy up at Mark's Plaza. So some 3 or 4 things are happening, and we still have more on the plate. And so I just want to let you know that progress is happening. You may not always see it, but things are moving forward. And we hope to get started our Dogwood Park redevelopment and expansion project. I'm very excited about that, and hopefully we'll have that started here shortly. In closing, I just wanted to share a personal note. I just want to say congratulations to my brother Rich and his wife Amy. Their daughter Amy and her husband Michael, they welcomed a son, a baby boy, on Monday night at 8:05 while I was on our city council meeting. Benjamin Lloyd Grinstead was born at 8:05 on Monday. He came in healthy boy, 8 pounds, 2 ounces, 21 inches. And I just want to congratulate, I'm very happy for my brother and my sister-in-law, Amy, or Tracy. And she's always, every niece I have is my favorite niece. So Amy, congratulations, you and Michael. And just very happy for you. And I know the grandparents, David and Beverly, are overjoyed to have a great grandchild. So how about that? Well, in closing, good news for myself and my wife. Mary and I, we received our first vaccination. It was a Pfizer BioNTech, and that was through the Stark County Health Department. and that was last Thursday. And we go for our next one. Our second shot will be on April the 15th. And it was, I want to thank Tasha from setting up our appointment. She called on a Wednesday. We got in on a Thursday. And folks, it took us less than a half an hour being pre-scheduled. We went in and got checked out, registered, got in line. Nurse Robin took both of us over, gave us our shots. I didn't even feel the needle go in, and went over, and they give you a little card when you leave, and went over, sat down in our socially spaced distance of in our chairs, waited our 15 minutes, proceeded. Our name was called. We walked up, made our second appointment right there, and of course everybody's masked up. Okay, you have to be masked up, but it was very, very smooth, and they had 16 stations. So I just encourage you to think carefully and hopefully to get that vaccination because it helps all of us, I think, in the long run. Most of all, just continue to stay safe, keep well, wear our facial coverings when in public, still watch our physical distancing, be careful in the large gatherings, and just monitor your own health. We're caring for each other, and again, better days are ahead, and things are going to be opening up here in April for outdoor community activities. And I think all the work that we've done, all that you've done to keep yourself safe. When we started almost a year ago to the day that I had to close City Hall and suspend our operations per se in physical, but we've never missed a day of work, folks. What I mean by that was we kept our operations going, and we weren't going to sit here and wring our hands and just say, oh my, this pandemic, what are we going to do? Progress is continuing. We care about our community. We're trying to make it better and stronger, and I can't do that without your support and cooperation and understanding. So thank you very much. Stay safe. Keep well. We'll see you next Wednesday at 11 o'clock, and we'll see what this week holds for us. So thank you very much. Have a good weekend, and take care. Thank you.